Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Hope Hub. My name is Faith Mora, and this channel is one that I started to remind you that hope is always an option. This channel is also the home of the Beacon of Hope show. It's also the home of the newly minted Hope Dealer podcast. So, the reason that I'm doing this video, which is a technology video, and really, I don't even think that I've ever done a tech video, is because I want to somewhat share my journey, my podcasting journey, because a lot of people have started asking me, well, why are you starting a podcast? And how are you doing this? And how are you streaming it? And why are you doing video as well as audio? And how can I do this? Or how can I join this? So this is my way to share some of my challenges, to share some of my victories, share some of the tech or some of the research that I'm doing in order to start this journey. And I hope that this will be beneficial to you. So if this is something that interests you, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and make sure that you follow our content as well, which is really about bringing in who are inspirational, guests who are educational, guests who are motivational. What else can I say? Entertaining, and all those other things that go into a multimedia company like the Hope Hub. So, what is this video about? This video is about my Hope Dealer podcast. This video is about equipment that I'm purchasing right now. Look, I'm taking money out of my pocket and investing some money, but not a whole lot of money. So hopefully it'll be beneficial to those of you who want to kind of dip your toe into the podcasting space without investing a whole lot of money, but making sure that you're getting the quality that you need and want in order to have a quality experience for your audience. So in terms of why I'm getting into podcasting, because some people are asking me, why are you doing podcasting, and why are you doing podcasting as video as well as audio? Well, the podcasting space allows you to connect like no other space allows you to connect. Basically, you're able to connect content creators with content consumers, and in a way that cannot be duplicated by any other content media. Would you agree? So if you're a consumer of a podcast currently, if you actually listen to podcasts currently, you can say that for sure you're able to say, this is the type of this is the type of content that I want. And so I go and seek it, and I find out when that's being uploaded on certain channels or on certain podcast platforms, and then I'm able to listen to that. One of the reasons that podcasts attract people is that podcasts have a voice. So they're not the voice of a blog post like we often talk about, but a real human voice with subtleties of inflection, emotion, and emphasis, right? Did I do that well? So I'm trying to entertain, right? So that voice breathes life into the content. Secondly, podcasts go where you go. So they go where you go, when you want them to go there. And you don't have to plan your life around podcasts. You plan podcasts around your life. Would you agree with me if you're someone who listens to podcasts? So for example, with me, when I go out on a walk or a run, I usually have my earbuds on and I'm listening to NPR. I'm listening to a crime podcast. I'm listening to an inspirational podcast. I'm listening to a pastor who is miles away in Texas, but I'm able to listen to his podcast and for him to inform me. So I actually use podcasts as a way to learn, to educate myself, but I'm also using it for spiritual growth. I'm also using it for personal development, and I'm using it for entertainment, just to laugh, comedy or whatever. So that's why I'm joining the podcast space, because it allows me to reach more people. So that's for people who are wondering, it allows me to reach more people at scale. That's really what it is. So I've started the podcast officially. I already have two official podcasts on this channel. On the Hope Dealer podcast. And basically, the purpose of my podcast is to inspire and to motivate people by sharing other people's brand of hope. I know that maybe does not make sense to you, but there are people out in the world who are doing things to inspire and to motivate people. And those are the people that I'm bringing onto the Hope Dealer podcast. They can be in the area of finance. They can be in the area of spiritual growth, personal development, any area really. And it gives me that ability to talk to different people. So here we go with the unboxing. I know y'all are saying, when is she going to open this box? So this is the first time I'm doing an actual unboxing. So bear with me, and I hope that you'll find this entertaining. So this is the Blue Yeti mic. The reason I am getting a mic is because currently I am, with the two podcasts that I did, I am using the microphone on this tablet, on my computer, on my tablet, which is not the best sound quality, and I can already tell that it's not. When I listen back, I can tell that that sound needs a lot of improvement, right? And so that's why I went searching for a microphone. So where do you go when you're searching for a microphone? Like you, like me, I went to Google and I Googled what is the best podcasting microphone, and a variety of them came up at different price points. So what I ended up doing was I took the top three microphones that I found, and then I went on to Amazon. And then on Amazon, I found what was the best selling microphone with the highest reviews at the price point that I could afford, and with the quality that I was looking for. And so that's how I ended up with the Blue Yeti microphone. Now, some of you may be looking at this and wondering, why is she saying Blue Yeti when I don't see blue on the box? Well, this is a silver Blue Yeti microphone. So what I didn't know was the company is actually called Blue Yeti, I think, or Blue. And so every description starts with Blue Yeti, even though these Yeti microphones come in silver, in red, in pink, in black. I think it was probably about in white. There was all these colors that you could choose from, but my preference was silver. Why? I thought maybe if I took black, it'll look too blah, but if I took white, it may get dirty. I don't know. If I took blue or red, it may clash with whatever outfit that I was wearing when I'm trying to stream live. And usually when I stream my podcast, I do it both video and audio. And so I did not want something that's kind of stark against the background that's a color red or blue. And so I went with the most maybe neutral color in terms of the Yeti mics. And so I took the silver plus silver bullet silver. Silver is just a gorgeous color. So that's what I chose for my Yeti mic. So as you can see, it came first with a plastic bag like this. Inside, it came in a box and then in a plastic bag like this. So I already removed that. And then it comes in this beautiful packaging. I haven't opened yet, so we'll see what's in the packaging. But I do want to share that when you first receive it, you will see that the Yeti mic, it'll tell you what mic you have, so you'll be able to see the color of the Yeti mic. You'll also see the back, where it's so funny. It actually describes the Yeti, like what is a Yeti? This little cartoon character. I don't think these are real cartoon characters. They're real in real life, but it talks about the Yeti. So it says the Yeti is a legendary ape-like creature who roams the Himalayas. Who, I didn't know that. Is that a real creature? I don't know, but that's what this Yeti mic is based on. All right. And then it shows the Yeti in different places or different functions that it's doing during its day, listening to some headphones, I don't know, trekking, I don't know, whatever, wearing some sunglasses, playing some drums, going to work, whatever. So anyway, that's what's on the box. The other side of the box also shows you what the different functions are on the mic. And in the back of the mic, it just describes what it is, that the Yeti is one of the most advanced and versatile multi-pattern USB microphones available anywhere, combining 3 capsules and 4 different pattern settings. The Yeti is the ultimate tool for creating amazing recordings directly to your computer. So anyway, one of the reasons that I actually chose the Yeti, along with the fact that it has really good ratings on Amazon, is also because of the fact that it's a USB mic. So I wanted something that was easy to, when I saw a USB, I was like, oh my God, this is great because I'm not going to have to plug in all kinds of cables in order for this to work. It's something just as easy as plugging in a USB. Who doesn't love that, right? So let's go ahead and open this box. All right, let's see. It's really good, sturdy packaging. So the outside box comes off easily. And then this is taped. And you guys can share your recommendations in terms of mics if you're already doing a podcast or using some kind of mic as part of your process, as part of what it is that you do, video streaming or podcasting or whatever other reason you may be using this for. So this is the cord, the USB cord. The first thing out, pretty easy. So this plugs into the computer, and I guess this part plugs into the Yeti mic. We also have directions for the Yeti. I should say, actually, on the box, there's directions. On the actual outside of the box, it tells you that the directions will be in Spanish, in Dutch, Deutsch, in Chinese, and I don't know what other language. I think it was Korean. It was also something else with the little symbols. So nothing that I could read. So it was Spanish, English, Deutsch. Oh my goodness. And yeah. And so all kinds of the registration, that I guess you can register your item and get a 20% discount on their web store for peace of mind, as it says. And then these are the directions, the product registration and directions. And then other, all these come in with that. And I'm trying to get this Yeti out. And ta-da! All right, that's the Yeti mic. Okay, so let me explain to you a little bit in terms of what I see as, so I guess this is the stand, and it goes down, and it swivels up, right, all the way upright. And from what I have seen in terms of the directions, this is a side mic. So basically, you're not supposed to speak into it like this at the top. You're supposed to speak to it to the side. That's the best quality in terms of where you would get the sound for this mic. And then the other thing that I can point out to you is the volume control is right there, pretty easy to explain. And there's also a mute button. So basically, if you're recording a podcast and you need to sneeze or you need to pause it, you can go ahead and press the pause button, the mute button, and it'll mute, and then you can continue on. Especially if for podcasters, sometimes you do things privately where no one is really watching you, but you can kind of mute and then continue, or pause and then continue, right? And then on this side of the mic is the gain, which is the sound control. From what I've heard people talk about, and I'll go through some tips in terms of this, is you need the gain to be as low as possible. And then for podcasting, because this is what I'm going to be using it for, the gain is the sound in terms of how amplified you want the sound to record, or at what level you want the sound to be on. And then in terms of the pattern here, there are 4 different patterns that I'll go into. But for the podcasting pattern, that you would need is the cardioid pattern. So that's the Yeti mic. I also have another unboxing that I'll share, because you may want to, you can get the mic and actually plug it in, like it says on here. I'm one of those people who don't really read directions. So I just kind of look and see where something goes in, and then I just plug it in and I figure it out from there, right? And once the software goes on your computer, then you just kind of click, and you're done. And then I do videos and learn through the process as I go. So I'm not one for reading the little instruction book. I just kind of, I'll only read it if I'm not, if something's going on that's wrong. But down here is the plug for the USB. Like I said, this little piece of the USB goes in here. Let's see if that's where it goes in. Yep. And then I'm not going to plug it into my computer yet. I guess I should have done this first. I'm not going to plug it into my computer yet because I don't want any software to start loading or anything to happen that will interrupt this video. But this goes into your USB port on any device you may have, your computer or your laptop or your tablet, whatever. You can plug this in that you're currently recording with your Yeti mic. So that being said, I'm going to put the Yeti aside, and I'll tell you a little bit in terms of the actual mic, in terms of tips and preferences that I've found regarding the Blue Yeti. So in terms of their website, oh, I completely forgot how much I paid for it. I guess you guys want to know how much I paid for it. So on Amazon, the Blue Yeti mic, any of them, they're $129, and they come with a 2-year warranty. So I thought that was pretty awesome and pretty, it might be expensive, a little bit expensive. You definitely could get cheaper mics. I think there were different ones that I looked at that were supposed to be comparable or good. But in terms of what it is that you get in terms of sound quality for the Blue Yeti and in terms of the reviews on Amazon, let me tell you, on Amazon with this mic, there are 15,340 ratings on this mic. And the average rating is 4.5 stars. Why wouldn't you do that? 4.5 stars out of 5. Why would you not want to buy that? And then the other thing is the convenience of delivery, in that when I ordered this mic, it came the same day. Same day delivery. Why not, right? And the colors, in terms of spectrum of colors that are available, like I said, there's black, there's silver, there's beige, there's blue, there's green, there's pink, there's burgundy. I mean, you have so many choices in terms of what it is that your preference is. And then with this mic, there was like over 1,000 questions that were asked regarding this mic. And there were, it looks like over 1,000 plus answered questions regarding the mic. So I think it's a pretty good indication that this is a good mic and people are really purchasing it, and it's a bestseller. So in terms of the name, it's a Blue Yeti USB mic for recording and streaming on PC, on Mac 3, condenser capsules, 4 pickup patterns, headphone output and volume control, mic gain control, adjustable stand, plug and player, silver. All that is in the description, y'all. So it should be easy to find, right? It should be very, very easy to find. So let me go through just a couple of things in terms of the specifications of the USB mic. So in terms of the website, this is the world's #1 USB microphone. It creates unparalleled recordings with your computer using Blue's best-selling family of Yeti USB microphones. It has a tri-capsule technology. It has Yeti condenser microphones that produce pristine studio quality recordings with legendary ease. And it has 4 different pattern settings that offer incredible flexibility. So you can record vocals for music, podcasts, Twitch streaming, YouTube videos, or even cryptozoology lectures in ways that you would not normally be able to with multiple microphones. So whether you're recording at home, on the road, or in the Himalayas, like the Yeti, then this helps you produce studio quality recordings every time. The mic is $129, whether on Amazon, or $129 whether at Best Buy, and also $129 in terms of their website if that's where you're looking for this mic. So in terms of pattern modes, and this is what I was talking to you guys about, in terms of these different modes that you would want to set your mic on, depending on what it is that you're recording. The first mode is called the cardioid mode. So for someone like me that is recording a podcast, they say the cardioid mode is the best for podcasting. So you would turn your button to the love heart. There's a love heart on here, and that's a cardioid mode, which is for podcasting, for Twitch streaming, for music recording, for voiceovers, and for instruments. The cardioid mode records sound sound sources that are directly in front of the microphone. So for the podcast, of course, you'll be talking directly into the microphone, right? And actually this adjusts. So if you want it tighter, I should have said, you can do that. So that it's not swinging. And because it's a side microphone, then I would have it up to where I'm speaking to the side of the microphone for the cardioid mode, right? And so the symbol on that is the love heart. Then there's a stereo mode, which uses both the left and the right channels to capture a wide range of realistic sound image, which is ideal for recording acoustic guitars or choir, or to have those immersive experiences like the ASMR videos. Okay, the pattern setting in terms of that particular stereo mode is, let me see, it's a little pattern that's, I don't know if you can see this on the video, but there are two overlapping circles on here. So if you're someone who is looking for this for acoustic guitars or choir recording, immersive experiences, that's where you would set it up for. The omnidirectional mode, I think of God, how he's omnipresent. You're trying to pick up sound equally all around the mic. So it's best used in situations when you want to capture the ambience of being there, like recording a band's live performance, a multi-purpose podcast, or a conference call. So for example, if you're a panel of people and you're recording this podcast or a conference call, that omnidirectional mode is here, and it's two circles, not overlapping, but kind of together. That's the pattern setting. So, no, I'm wrong. Sorry. Omnipresent is actually just a symbol, a circle, one circle. I should have known that. The bidirectional records from both the front and the back, which makes sense. So if you're let's say a podcaster, but you have your guest there, and the guest is at the front, and you're at the rear, or you're the rear and the guest, whatever you want to call it, then that person you guys would sit like this, and you would set it up on the bidirectional setting, which the pattern setting is two circles. They're not overlapping, but they're side by side. So you're both speaking. The sound source is two directions, front and back, right? And so let's see what else I learned about the Yeti. Let's see. I'm not comfortable with silence, so I'm going to probably end here. I think that's it. But, it's, hopefully this is what I'm going to do, because I haven't used it yet. I will come back and discuss what I'm finding. Is it working well? Is it not working? And tell you whether, you should go ahead and invest in it. But really based on the Amazon.com and me looking at the reviews, as well as the research that I did even prior, the groups that I belong to regarding podcasting, and the advice that they were giving, they were saying this is a really, really good mic. And so I'm going to go ahead and set it up, and then I'll also come back and give you my tips in terms of how do you get the best value for your money, or how do you set it up so that it works the best. Already I told you the one thing is you have to talk into the mic from the side, not from the top, in order to get the best the best sound quality, right? So that's already one thing, that you do not speak actually it also says do not speak too near the Blue Yeti microphone as well. And then make sure that you're setting in terms of the modes, that you set it on the right mode for what it is that you're recording, right? So that's it in terms of the Blue Yeti unboxing. The other thing that I wanted to share is with the mic, it is important that you go ahead and get a microphone stand, a windscreen, and a pop. That this is probably a good idea. So when I purchased the mic, this kit came recommended to purchase alongside the mic. So this is also something. Let me show you how it comes. Oh, No, I didn't want to rip the box though. This is called the Innogear microphone stand, which I'm completely messing up the box right now. All right. But what I'll do is I'll set it up and then I'll be able to come back and show you how it everything connects and how the whole how it all turned out. So this is the pop. So let me make sure that I'm saying the right name. This is the pop filter. So where this goes is it filters. It helps first of all protect the head of your mic. Also, it helps in terms of some sounds that are made when you speak, the P's and the B's, so they come out clearer. And it just protects this as well, and it allows it so it's not make like basically the sounds are not bouncing off or becoming distorted, and so it allows for a clearer sound as well. So this came highly recommended. Of course, I'm new to this whole thing, so I don't know whether it's going to do much, but apparently it does. Okay, and then the other thing that comes in this kit is what they call a microphone windscreen, which is also for better sound clarity. So I'm going to hook this all up and I'll show you guys what these things are and why they're necessary, even though I keep hearing they're not necessary. However, with the mic sitting on a table, it picks up all the noises from you moving the computer, you moving the mouse up and down. And so that's why it's important for you to have it kind of elevated and braced up. And you need a stand in order for it to just be more stable on your table or your working desk. And then this also comes with the stand. I'll just show you what it looks like, even though I'm not setting it up now. But once I set up, I'll take a picture or take a video, or the next podcasting video that you see me do, you'll probably see the stand on my table as well. Otherwise, that's all I had. A lot of bolts and a lot of things that need to be connected here that I'm not really familiar with. But you know what? This is how you start with anything. You find out, you research it, you check reviews, you talk to different podcasters or people who are in your niche, or people who have already transversed where it is that you're trying to go, and you buy the equipment, invest the money, depending on your budget. You know, I wouldn't say go all out. Actually, one of the sites and one of the people that I was speaking to was saying you don't even need a mic, because right now I'm talking, I'm not really utilizing a mic, right? So you don't really need a mic, but it's just that as you grow in terms of what it is you're doing in terms of content creation, and as this space continues to burgeon and as this space continues to grow, guess what? People are going to have more expectations of us as content creators. They're going to want clearer video. They're going to want clearer sound. They're going to want to be able to distinguish the good content creators versus the iffy content creators. And so you need to invest the money, you need to invest the time and the resources to do what it is that you need to do. But all in all, this is what I'm going to say as a last note, is that all in all, the story is what matters, and you are what matters, and your voice is what matters. So if you don't have the money to invest, guess what? Right now, I'm streaming live on YouTube. I ain't paying a single dime to do this live stream. This is all new. And so if I was giving you a story, if I was providing a podcast, if I was trying to influence or provide educational content or entertaining content, right? You would still listen whether or not I had a mic or not, right? So it's really about the content. It's really about what it is that you're doing to inspire, to motivate, to educate, to entertain, all of those things. And that people, that's what they're looking for at the end of the day, not really all the equipment. However, hopefully this was beneficial to you all. This was my first unboxing. This, I don't have multiple cameras for me to do this side and that side, but as I said, unboxing of the Blue Yeti mic, unboxing of the what is it called? Innogear microphone stand with microphone, windscreen, and pop filter. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, not just this tech video, if you like what you see, please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. Tell people about the Hope Hub, the Hope Dealer podcast. Find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook, find us on www.hopehubglobal, hopehub.global, and also buy our merchandise, which like t-shirts like this on hopelifelines.com, hopelifelines.com. God bless you all. Have an amazing day. Peace.